Welcome to my channel, Travel the World. Alright guys, listen up. We're about to drop some serious travel knowledge on you. We're talking about Norway, the land of majestic fjords, charming towns, and the midnight sun. If you've ever dreamed of exploring a place straight out of a fairy tale, buckle up. This is your ultimate guide to 20 must-visit places in Norway. We're talking epic landscapes, vibrant cities, and experiences you won't find anywhere else. From the bustling streets of Oslo to the dramatic cliffs of Preikestolen, we're covering it all. Get ready to chase waterfalls, hike through breathtaking scenery, and maybe even catch the northern lights. So grab your backpack, charge your cameras, and get ready for an adventure because we're about to dive headfirst into the beauty of Norway. Let's go! First up, we're hitting Oslo, Norway's capital. This city is like the perfect blend of modern, cool, and natural beauty. You've got sleek architecture, green spaces everywhere, and this incredible energy that just sucks you in. We're talking about places like the Vigeland Sculpture Park with hundreds of these mind-blowing sculptures and the Oslo Opera House, which looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And don't even get me started on the Akershus Fortress, a medieval castle right on the waterfront. Talk about epic history. But Oslo isn't just about the big sights. Get lost in the Grünerløkka neighborhood with its vintage shops, hipster cafes, and street art, or jump on a ferry and explore the islands just off the coast. Trust me, the vibes are incredible. Oslo is one of those cities that just has it all. It's a place where you can wander through history, soak up some culture, and still find time for a killer cup of coffee. Don't miss it. Next stop, Bergen. This city is like stepping into a postcard, with its colorful wooden houses perched on the hillsides overlooking the harbor. Seriously, the colors are insane. You've got to see it to believe it. Bergen is known as the gateway to the fjords, and for good reason. It's the perfect base for exploring those incredible natural wonders we'll talk about later. But first, let's explore this charming city. You can't miss Bryggen Wharf, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with these iconic, colorful buildings dating back to the Hanseatic League. Take the Fløibanen funicular up Mount Fløyen for panoramic views of the city and the surrounding fjords. It's breathtaking. And don't forget to hit up the Bergen Fish Market for some of the freshest seafood you'll ever taste. Bergen is a city that will stay with you long after you've left. It's a place where history, culture, and natural beauty collide. Get ready to be amazed. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to dive into one of the most visually insane places on Earth, Geiranger Fjord. Imagine, right, these massive cliffs like straight out of Jurassic Park, but instead of dinosaurs, you've got waterfalls cascading down thousands of feet. It's the kind of place that makes you question if you're still on planet Earth. And the best part is, you can experience this natural wonder in so many ways. Hop on a boat tour and feel the mist of the waterfalls on your face, rent a kayak and get up close and personal with the fjord's hidden coves, or if you're feeling adventurous, strap on those hiking boots and conquer the trails that snake along the cliffs. And speaking of waterfalls, you gotta check out the Seven Sisters. Yeah, you heard that right, 7 separate waterfalls plunging into the fjord, each one more impressive than the last. It's like Mother Nature decided to put on a show just for you. Trust me, Geiranger Fjord is a must-see. It's the kind of place that'll leave you speechless, and you know me, I'm never speechless. Alright guys, ever wondered what it'd be like to live in a world where the sun never sets? Well, pack your bags and get ready for Tromsø, Norway, where the sun plays by its own rules, especially during the summer months. It's like stepping into a time warp, but instead of going back to the future, you're entering a world of endless daylight. But hold up, Tromsø isn't just about the midnight sun. It's also your gateway to the northern lights. That magical, otherworldly spectacle that'll have you questioning if you've been transported to another planet. Imagine, right, these vibrant streaks of green, purple, and pink dancing across the night sky. It's like a giant lava lamp, but way cooler. And if you're lucky, you might even spot some Arctic wildlife roaming around. We're talking reindeer, whales, maybe even a polar bear if you're really lucky, and far enough away. Tromsø is an adventure waiting to happen, so pack your warmest gear because it gets chilly up there, and get ready for an experience you won't forget. Okay guys, picture this. Jagged, snow-capped peaks rising straight out of the ocean, colorful fishing villages clinging to the coastline, and beaches so pristine you'd swear they were photoshopped. That's the Lofoten Islands for you, a photographer's paradise and a nature lover's dream. It's like stepping into a postcard, but way more awe-inspiring. And the best part is, there's something for everyone in Lofoten. Hikers, get ready to tackle some of the most epic trails in Norway, with views that'll make your jaw drop. Kayakers, explore hidden coves and paddle alongside towering cliffs. And if you're lucky, you might even spot some sea eagles soaring overhead. And for those who prefer a more laid-back experience, just soak in the scenery, grab a coffee at a local cafe, and chat with the friendly locals. The Lofoten Islands are a place where time seems to slow down, a place to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with nature. Alright, we're heading south now, down to Stavanger. This place is like the cool little brother of Bergen, with its own vibe, you know? Think colorful wooden houses, a harbor buzzing with activity, and this chill, laid-back atmosphere that just makes you want to grab a coffee and soak it all in. But here's the thing about Stavanger. It's not just a pretty face. This city is a gateway to one of the most iconic natural wonders in all of Norway, maybe even the world, Preikestolen, or as some people call it, Pulpit Rock. And trust me, this isn't your average tourist trap, this is the real deal. We're talking about a massive cliff jutting out over the Lysefjord like some giant natural platform. The view from up there? Let's just say it's the kind of thing that makes you question if you're still on planet Earth. Seriously, it's that epic. So if you're in Stavanger, do yourself a favor and make the trek out to Preikestolen. It's a hike, no doubt about it, but the reward is worth every single step. You'll thank me later. Okay guys, buckle up because we're about to enter the realm of giants. I'm talking about the Sognefjord, the undisputed king of all Norwegian fjords. This thing is massive, like over 200 kilometers long and deeper than some parts of the ocean. And as if the fjord itself wasn't impressive enough, it's also surrounded by some of the most breathtaking scenery you'll ever lay eyes on. Now there are a million ways to experience the Sognefjord, but if you want my advice, take the Flam Railway. Imagine this, you're on a train, winding your way up a mountainside, passing by waterfalls that seem close enough to touch. And then, just when you think it can't get any more epic, you reach the top, and you're greeted by a panorama so vast, so beautiful, it'll blow your freaking mind. So, we've seen a lot of amazing places in Norway so far, right? But get ready to add a new kind of beauty to the list because we're about to hit up Ålesund, a city that's basically a giant, open-air museum of Art Nouveau architecture. Think elegant buildings with curved lines, intricate details, and this whimsical, almost fairy tale-like aesthetic. You can get a bird's-eye view of all this architectural beauty from a place called Axla. It's a hilltop viewpoint that offers panoramic views of the city, the surrounding islands, and the majestic Sunnmøre Alps in the distance. Trust me, the pictures don't do it justice. You gotta see it to believe it. Alright guys, if you're heading to Norway, Preikestolen, also known as Pulpit Rock, is a must-see. The photos don't do it justice. It's a massive cliff over the Lysefjord. The view? Pretty freaking epic. It's a 4-hour hike uphill and rocky. But every step is worth it. At the top, it's like another planet. You're on a giant plateau, hundreds of meters above the fjord. This is what you came to Norway for. Put Preikestolen on your list. Buckle up, we're heading to the top of Europe, Nordkapp, the North Cape. It feels like the edge of the world, nothing but water between you and the North Pole. It's a humbling experience. Get ready for the midnight sun. The sun just hangs there, bathing everything in golden light. Nordkapp is more than just a destination, it's an experience. Alright, adventurers, next up on our Norwegian adventure is Jotunheimen National Park. And let me tell you, this place is straight out of a fairy tale. We're talking towering peaks, glaciers that seem to stretch on forever, and valleys so green they'd make Ireland jealous. Jotunheimen translates to home of the giants, and trust me, this place lives up to its name. It's home to Norway's highest mountains, including the mighty Galdhøpiggen, and the landscapes here are just mind-blowing. Now Jotunheimen is a hiker's paradise. There are trails for every level, from leisurely walks to challenging climbs. One hike you don't want to miss is the Besseggen Ridge. It's not for the faint of heart, but the views from the top? Let's just say they're worth every drop of sweat. Whether you're an experienced hiker or just starting out, Jotunheimen has something for everyone. It's a place to disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with nature in its most raw and powerful form. So pack your hiking boots, grab your backpack, and get ready to experience the magic of Jotunheimen. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to jump on one of the most insane train rides on the planet. This is the Flamsbana Railway in Norway, a vertical roller coaster of a train ride, winding through valleys, past jaw-dropping waterfalls, surrounded by massive mountains. It's like riding through a postcard, with the wind in your hair. The Flamsbana Railway is a feat of engineering. The sheer audacity of it all, it's mind-blowing. If you're in Norway and you skip the Flamsbana Railway, you're doing it wrong. Alright, so you want to talk about a town frozen in time? Forget your Disney castles and your Renaissance fairs, we're going to Røros, Norway. We're talking UNESCO World Heritage Site straight out of a history book. Imagine walking down cobblestone streets lined with charming wooden houses. Røros is a town that wears its history on its sleeve, but it's not just a museum town. People live, work, and raise their kids here. The past and present exist in perfect harmony. Trust me, this place will steal a piece of your heart. Get ready because Hardanger Fjord is here to show off. Towering cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and spring fruit blossoms. It's like stepping into a fairy tale, home to Trolltunga, an insane rock formation. The hike is tough, but the view? Worth every drop of sweat. Not ready for Trolltunga? Take a cruise. Go kayaking, get close to the water, or just enjoy the local fruit. This is Norway, at its most breathtaking. Alright guys, Trolltunga. You've seen the photos, that crazy rock tongue jutting out over the abyss. It's iconic, right? But is it worth the hype? Is it worth the sweat, the sore muscles, the sheer terror of looking down from 2,300 feet? But that view, man, that view. Standing on that rock, feeling the wind whip around you, looking out over the endless expanse of mountains and water, it's like you're on top of the world. So, is Trolltunga worth it? Hell yeah, it's worth it. Alright, so everyone knows about Lofoten, right? Those picture-perfect islands, those jagged peaks rising straight out of the ocean. Stunning, no doubt. But here's the thing, guys. Just south of Lofoten, there's this island, Senja, and it's like Lofoten's cooler, less crowded little brother. Senja is raw, it's rugged, it's ridiculously beautiful. You've got towering mountains plunging into the sea, hidden beaches with white sand and crystal clear water, fishing villages that look like they haven't changed in centuries. It's like stepping back in time. And the best part? You can hike, bike, kayak, fish, all without the crowds you find in more popular spots. Rent a car, get lost on those winding coastal roads, pull over at every scenic viewpoint, and trust me, there are a lot of them. This is Norway at its most authentic, guys. So, if you're looking for adventure off the beaten path, if you want to experience the true spirit of Norway, then Senja Island needs to be on your list. Buckle up, we're heading way up north to Svalbard. This archipelago between Norway and the North Pole is as remote as it gets. Think glaciers, polar bears, and ice. Svalbard is a different world. The sun doesn't set for months in summer and doesn't rise in winter. See the northern lights and unique wildlife. But it's a fragile environment affected by climate change. Glaciers are melting, permafrost thawing. Visiting Svalbard is a privilege and a reminder to protect our planet. Alright, picture this. Rolling hills as far as the eye can see, this almost prehistoric-looking landscape. This is Rondane, Norway's oldest national park. We're talking serious history here. You come to Rondane for one thing, to disconnect. This isn't about bustling cities or crazy nightlife. This is pure, raw nature, just you and the elements. We're talking about strapping on your boots, hitting the trails, and just breathing in the fresh air. And keep your eyes peeled because Rondane is home to some seriously cool wildlife. We're talking wild reindeer. How often do you get to say you saw reindeer roaming free in their natural habitat? It's like stepping back in time, you know? This is a place to clear your head, recharge your batteries, and just get lost in the beauty of it all. Trust me, after the trip we've been on, a little peace and quiet in Rondane is exactly what the doctor ordered. Alright, we're talking Norway, and if you thought we were done with fjords, think again. This is Norway Fjord, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and guys, this place is the real deal. Narrow channels of water like someone took a chisel and carved out these insane cliffs. It's almost claustrophobic, but man, is it beautiful. The water is this crazy deep blue, almost black in places. This is one of those places you gotta see from a boat. The scale of it all is just epic. Nature carving out this unbelievable landscape. It's humbling. Makes you feel pretty small, but in a good way. Definitely add Norway Fjord to the list, guys. You won't regret it. Okay, listen up, because we're about to get into some serious road trip goals. This is the Atlantic Road in Norway, and it's not just a way to get from point A to point B. This is an experience, people. Imagine this. You're cruising along, windows down, ocean breeze in your hair, and bam! The road just disappears. Well, not really, but it sure feels like it. You're suddenly driving over these bridges and causeways, hopping from one tiny island to the next with the waves crashing all around you. It's wild! And the best part? Come here during a storm. Yeah, I'm serious. When the weather's rough, the waves are huge. And you're right there in the thick of it. It's like driving through a movie scene, except it's real life. Just, maybe don't try to be a hero if the waves are seriously looking like they're gonna swallow the road whole. Safety first, people. But seriously, the Atlantic Road is a must-do. Rent a car, grab your friends, and just drive. You won't be disappointed. So that's it, guys. Norway. From the fjords to the mountains, the cities to the islands, this country is like something out of a dream. And the best part? This is just a taste. There's so much more to see and do here, so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. If you're looking for adventure, for breathtaking scenery, for a culture that's both modern and deeply connected to its roots, Norway needs to be at the top of your list. Trust me on this one. This trip was unforgettable, and I'm already itching to get back and explore more. But for now, I want to hear from you. What were your favorite spots? What are you dying to see? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you dug this video, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep living life to the fullest. See you in the next video.